Alright, so people, I'm going to be showing you the reasons behind these 4 positions. I'm going to hold my hands up straight off the bat. Before you guys start attacking me, I only took one of these positions, and quite frankly, it was the only one that hit break even. So I did not make a penny from this. However, every single trade that you see here was caught inside of the Discord that you can join for free. I'm just going to be breaking down the exact reasons behind these so you guys can get used to visually identifying the things that I am seeing so you can catch positions like this. So, starting straight off the bat, all we need to do is understand what price is doing, and then we understand how price is going to get there. So, if we start on the 1 hour, okay, all I am doing is looking to continue the trend. This is the 1 hour time frame. You can even use the 4 hour and the daily. I think from the daily we are going to see price push up to create new external highs. However, that is something that isn't related to these positions. However, I'm going to be showing you exactly how I would enter these. So we can see here price is buying up. Quite obvious. We're going to follow the trend. We have a 4 hour point of interest over here that we are potentially going to see a reaction from. Like I showed you on the daily, we are expecting price to create new highs because everything over here is mitigated and not valid. As you can see, this order block here was mitigated by this lower high, this order block mitigated by this lower high, this order block mitigated by this lower high. So price should technically push over here. Now, with that being the knowledge, we are still going to be marking out our 4 hour order block because we are going to see sells, we are going to see reactions from it because there's a lot of traders that are looking to sell the market because they don't really understand how to trade correctly. So with that knowledge, we can then catch the buyers up to it and then catch the sells away from it, targeting liquidity, because price isn't going to continue buying until it's come down and taken liquidity. So, for example, if we jump down to the 15 minute, as we were coming onto the charts this morning at Frankfurt session, which is 6 AM, we can see that price was in fact here. This is 7 o'clock or 7:15, sorry. So for price to buy up into that POI, we need to see liquidity. Now, where is our first point of liquidity? We have some liquidity sat here. However, what we're going to do is we're going to jump down to the 5 minute and potentially refine that. So on the 5 minute, we actually have our first point of external liquidity here, right? So it always has to be external liquidity. Internal liquidity is this, right? So if price comes up and then comes down, everything from the high, all of that is internal. So all of these lows do not impact the buyers. We need to see external liquidity, which is on the trending side. So we would need to see a lower high here, or a higher low here, sorry. That would be your external liquidity, which, as you can see here, this is your trending leg with retraced down, external leg. Now we have our first point of liquidity. So with that being the first point of liquidity, we can then see that we have a single candle order block here, right? This little black candle. Now, what do? We can refine that like we did with the liquidity. We've refined the liquidity. Now, what can we see? We can see there's one order block inside of this order block here, right? I've already got that marked out. Now, without rushing this, we can then refine the liquidity as this low is inside of this order block. This low is inside of this order block. So all we are simply going to do is just drag and drop this line down here, as that is now our liquidity. So we cannot take the buyers until price has pushed beneath this level. Only then we can start looking for the buyers up to that point of interest. So as price is coming down, is it coming down? Now all we need to do is wait for a candle close with volume, which we get here. So that would have been your entry. First candle to close with volume. As you can see, this bullish candle closes with a nice amount of candle, and it's closed above the previous bearish candle. Sorry, I'm speaking very fast. Now that would be your entry, and we've come up and we've hit that, right? As you can see, we've come up with a lot of volume. So instead of having your sells at the tip of the order block, we are going to be trading off of reactions. We aren't going to be trading off of first levels or this and that, because then you're going to have a low win rate. We need to wait for price to slow down, accumulate, and then we can start to see the sells. So after the volume, all we need to see is to see price slow down, which is technically this. You know, we've got the volume, then we're going to have price slow down, and then we can catch the sells. So if we play this along, we can then wait for the setup to occur here, right? We've come up, we've induced this high, and we've come down with a lot of volume. When we come down with a lot of volume, or we go up with a lot of volume, price will very rarely retrace all the way back up to the order block to then continue back down. Once we've had the volume, we'll usually just look for a liquidity sweep, and then we can take the entry. Obviously, again, we need to see a reaction. We need to see candle close with volume. So this trade here, wait for the candle close with volume, boom, entry, right? I put this up in the live trading session this morning. I didn't physically take it because I didn't have too much confidence, but it ticked all the boxes, so it's a very valid position for you guys to take. And then we come down and we just miss TP, right? Let's play this through. We just missed TP, right? I've seen price come up, we've induced, we're slowing down, but because price isn't exploding down, I know that it's not ready. So we are probably going to see another liquidity sweep over here, right? If price is moving slowly, it's because price isn't ready. So what does it need when it's not ready? It needs liquidity. So we're going to come up, we're going to induce this high, tapping into the order block, first candle close with volume. This is the position I took. Boom, we come down really quick. I was like, okay, guaranteed this is going to come down now. Like, if we look on the 5 minute, we've left a really nice wick reaction. We've got a very bearish candle, but no, obviously the position I enter, we come up, we get stopped at break even, then we induce. The reason why the re-entry is valid here after the first candle close with volume is because it remains inside of the POI. If it pushed above the POI, that would invalidate the opportunity for me. I did in fact close the charts. We come off call here, so if we stayed on call, I would have made this trade. 100% would have taken this. I know some of you guys are probably commenting, you're back testing, you're rewinding, this and that, blah, blah, blah. I'm giving you the reasons behind why price is moving the way it is. That is enough. Who cares about the results? I'm giving you detailed analysis. I'm giving you detailed answers on why price is moving this way and why it has to move this way, right? So I need you guys to stop moaning. So yeah, that would have been your winning trade, right? We've come up with induced liquidity, and then we're gonna start selling down. Right, perfect. So on this trading day, you would have potentially been able to catch a 1 to 3, a 1 to 6, which is 9, and then another one is 15. Oh no, that was a loss, sorry. So that would have been around 13-14%. So this morning was really good. You know, Frankfurt is becoming my new favorite session to trade. As you can see, we've got Frankfurt open. Around here, we've come down, we've induced the lows, we've bought up to the POI, we've sold down to the higher time frame first point of liquidity. So it's a very, very simple approach. You are only trading inside the session open. We aren't trading random times, right? Frankfurt is giving us very nice opportunities in the past 3 months. Okay, London session 8 o'clock is usually just a bit pony at the minute, which is why I've gone to Frankfurt. So if you do want to learn more, make sure you join the Discord. There is some free resources in there. I do still have to get the free course done. I have not forgot, but I've just been super, super busy. So hopefully you guys have taken something away from this, and I will catch you guys in the next video.